Hello, hi friend. My name is Vittu Tiwari and today we will discuss on MH Set 2019A paper 2nd Mathematical Science question number 32, 33 and in the sequence increasing order solve another questions also. Okay. Statement of question number 32 is the solution of the partial differential equation curly square z by curly x square minus curly square z by curly y square is equals to 0 is z is equals to x into phi 1x plus y into phi 2x minus y. Option B told z is equals to x into phi 1x plus y plus phi 2x minus y. Option C told z is equals to phi 1x plus y plus phi 2x minus y, and option D told z is equals to phi 1x plus y plus x into phi 2x minus y. The given PD is this, and by this PD we write auxiliary equation curly square z by curly x square is replaced by d square minus curly square z by curly y square is replaced by d dash square is equals to 0. This implies that d dash square minus d square is equals to 0. If we write these in term of m or same, okay, write in this form if d dash minus d and d dash plus d is equals to 0. If this is equals to 0, then the value is plus 1, and this is equals to 0, then the value is minus 1. So in this case we write m1 is equals to plus 1 and m2 is equals to minus 1. So the solution is phi 1 y plus m1x plus phi 2 y plus m2x, where m1 is equals to plus 1 and m2 is equals to minus 1. So we replace m1 by minus 1 and m2 by plus 1. Phi 1 and phi 2 are interchange also. There will be no changing in the solution. Okay. We check whose option is correct. Z is equals to x into, means this function multiply by x, so it is not our answer. Option A is a wrong option. B option z is equals to x is multiplied by this function, so it is not our required answer. In option D and in option C, two functions phi 1 and phi 2. Here option D, in the phi 2 function multiply by x, so option D is not our answer. Finally, question number 32 is a SCQ question, so our C option is the correct answer. Z is equals to phi 1 x plus y plus phi 2 x minus y. This is our choice. If we take m1 is equals to minus 1 and m2 is equals to plus 1, then our option C is match. Okay. Finally, in every case, our option C is a correct answer. Now we move on the next question, question number 33. The statement is an nth order linear ODE means ordinary differential equation. Nth order linear ODE. First option has exactly n linearly independent solution, has at most n linearly independent solution. Option C told has less than n independent solution, and option 4 told has minimum n linearly independent solution. Given ODE is nth order linear ODE, so its solution has n linearly independent solution. So option first is a true option. If OD is a nth order linear OD, then it has exactly word we use n linearly independent solution. So option is a true option. B told at most, and option C told less than. Option D told has minimum, but we told exact value. So option first is a true option. B, C and D option is a wrong option. Next, we move on the next question. Question number 35. The statement of question number 35 is, let D be the rectangle defined by this process, and HG are functions defined on D, where D is a rectangle defined by this method. Okay. Hxy is equals to xy square and gxy is equals to y raised to power 2 by 3. Then option A told only H satisfies Lip's condition on D. Option B told only G satisfies Lip's condition on D. Option C told both H and G satisfies Lip's condition on D. And option D told neither S nor G satisfy Lip's condition on D. Means Lip's, first of all, the Lip's condition is function derivative, means function derivative is bounded, then function f satisfy Lip's condition. If derivative of the function is bounded, then the function is said to be satisfy Lip's condition. In mathematically represented by this, and the derivative of the function f is with respect to y, absolute value. This is bounded on D, where D is a rectangle, and in the rectangle x lies between -1 to 1 and y lies between -1 to 1 also. Lip's condition is, if any function derivative bounded, then function is satisfy Lip's condition. Okay, check. First of all, h, curly h by curly y is equals to 2xy. We take modulus on both sides. 2 is a constant term, so it outside the mod x y is equals to mod x is less than equals to 1 and mod y is less than equals to 1. So this value is less than equals to 2 into 1 into 1. Finally this is less than equals to 2. Curly h by curly y, absolute value less than equals to 1. That means curly h by curly y values lies between -1 to 1. So it satisfy Lip's condition, means function h satisfy Lip's condition on the rectangle D. So we check only h satisfy Lip's condition on D. Here g function is also given, so we check Lip's condition for the function z. Curly z by curly y is equals to 2 by 3 y raised to power 2 by 3 minus 1, 2 by 3 y raised to power 2 minus 3 minus 1 by 3, that means 1 upon y raised to power 1 by 3. Y is greater than equals to -1, less than equals to 1. If we take 1 by y, here y is bounded. If we take 1 by y, then it convert into 1 by y less than is converting greater than equals to less than greater than equals to 1 by 1. रेसिप्रोकल, सॉरी सेपरेट फॉर्म में राइट, -1 लेस देन इक्वल्स टू y, रेसिप्रोकल -1/y लेस देन इक्वल्स टू 1, 1 लेस देन इक्वल्स टू 1. If we multiply by -1, so this value is 1/y greater than equals to -1. Another form, y less than equals to 1, 1 less than equals to 1/y, 1/y is greater than equals to 1, 1/y is greater than equals to 1, and -1 less than equals to 1/y. That means its lower boundary is present but it is not bounded above, so it is not bounded. Means curly g by curly y absolute value is not equals to bounded, so the function g is not satisfy Lip's condition on the rectangle G. Sorry, D. G not satisfy Lip's condition, F satisfy Lip's condition. So we check the option. Only H satisfy Lip's condition on D, only G satisfy Lip's condition on D. This is a wrong option because G not satisfy Lip's condition. Here option C told both H and G satisfy Lip's condition. Option C we check G is not satisfy Lip's condition if this is a make from two statement, one statement is a false statement, so total statement is a false statement. Option D, neither H nor G satisfy Lip's condition. No, H satisfy Lip's condition but G not satisfy Lip's condition, so option D is also a wrong option. Finally, option A is a true option in question 35. Next question, question number 34. Question number 34 is taken from differential equation question. The solution of the differential equation this is option A, B, C, D are given. This question is solved by hit and trial method. Means if option A is a solution of the differential equation, then this solution satisfy this differential equation, and if B option is our answer, so this satisfy our differential equation, and if C option is our answer, so it also satisfy option, sorry, if C is our solution, then option C satisfy the given differential equation. Similarly D. Okay, let us check option B. If B is our solution, then it satisfy given differential equation. Means let y is equals to -1/2 plus c into e raised to power minus x square raised to power -1. First of all, we solve this. Y is equals to 1 upon -1/2 plus c into e raised to power minus x square. LCM, if we take 2c e raised to power minus x square minus 1, this is equals to y. Y is equals to this. In the left hand side of the given differential equation, the requirement is y dash, so its first order differential is y dash is equals to 2c e raised to power minus x square minus 1, numerator upon denominator. Formula we use square as it is 2c e raised to power minus x square minus 1 numerator differentiation into 0 minus 2 numerator as it is differentiation with respect to x of denominator minus 4x c e raised to power minus x square. Okay, finally solve this. 4 to the 8 minus minus positive 2 4 the 8 सॉरी ऐड या सब्ट्रैक्ट तो 2c e raised to power minus x square minus 0 multiply by 0 is equals to 0. This is equals to 8xc e raised to power minus x square by 2c e raised to power minus x square minus 1 whole square. This is the value of y dash. We solve LHS left hand side. Y dash means 8xc e raised to power minus x square divided by 2c e raised to power minus x square minus 1 whole square minus 2x. The value of y is this, means y is equals to 2 upon 2c e raised to power minus x square minus 1. Okay, 2x into 2 upon 2c e raised to power minus x square minus 1. If we take LCM of first and second term, LCM is 2c e raised to power minus x square minus 1 raised to power 2. Okay, 2c e raised to power minus x square minus 1 raised to power 2. 8xc e raised to power minus x square 2 into this 2c e raised to power minus x square minus 1. Okay, one time multiply minus 4x 2c e raised to power minus x square minus 1. 4 to the 8x c e raised to power minus x square. This term and this term is cancel out. So finally negative into negative is equals to positive, is equals to 4x upon 2c e raised to power minus x square minus 1 raised to power 2. Equation number first, and it is our LHS. In RHS, x y raised to power 2, x and this raised to power 2 is equals to x into 4, 2 to the 4, 4x upon 2c e raised to power minus x square minus 1 raised to power 2. Equation number second. From equation first and second, LHS is equals to RHS. So option B is the true option of the given differential equation. So option B is true. C minus 1 by 2 plus, yeah, this is negative and this is a positive. So option C also a wrong option. D is a wrong option and option A also a wrong option. Finally option B is the true option. Next question is question number 37. This question is taken from LPP. Told, consider the following LPP. Max z is equals to x1 plus x2 subject to the constraints this and this, and the non-negative restriction x1 x2 greater than equals to 0. Then the LPP has feasible solution, no feasible solution, degenerate feasible solution, non-degenerate feasible solution. Okay, we solve this question. Okay, see the solution of this question. First of all, this equation, this equation, this equation and this equation is the subject to the constant. So two variables are given. So this question is solved by graphical method. Okay, x-axis and y-axis. This is x-axis and this is our y-axis. X is equals to 0, x1 is equals to 0, x2 is equals to 6 and x2 is equals to 0, x1 is equals to 4. In y-axis, take unit 6, 2, 4, 6 and x-axis, x1 axis taken unit x2 axis taken 6 unit and x1 axis taken 4 unit. This is our line. 5x1 is equals to 10, x1 is equals to 5 to the 10. This is our line. 5x1 is equals to 10. x1 plus x2 greater than equals to 8. This told less than equals to 12 means nearer to origin. This is equals to 10 less than exact value 10. x1 plus x2 greater than equals to 8. x1 is equals to 8 and x2 is equals to 8. 6, 7, 8, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Meet these points and find this line. This told greater than equals to means that our region is this portion. Finally, this equation x1 is equals to 0, x2 is equals to 4 and x2 is equals to 0, x1 is equals to negative 4. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4 and x1 is equals to minus 4, x2 is equals to positive 4. This is our line. Greater than equals to told means this is not nearer the origin. This is outside the origin. Our portion. So by this graph we know this is not take any common portion. Okay, so it has no feasible solution. So it has no feasible solution because in this graph we not find an common region. So it has no feasible solution. A told feasible solution wrong. D generate feasible solution. It has not a feasible solution. It told degenerate feasible solution. It is also a wrong option. Non-degenerate feasible solution means it has no feasible solution. Okay, so option B is the true option. Next question, question number 38. Question number 38 is also a LPP question. Statement told let the primal maximization LPP has m constraints and n non-negative variables. Then consider the following two statements about it. Statement first told the dual have n constants and m non-negative variable. This statement is a true statement because primal maximization LPP has m constants and n non-negative restriction. That means it's opposite. Means in dual n constants and m non-negative variable. Okay, so statement first, as it is told, the dual have n constants and m non-negative variable. Statement first is a true statement. The dual is a minimization problem because it is also true because primal maximization, so its opposite is a dual. That means if primal has maximization problem, then the dual has a minimization problem, and if primal is a minimization problem, then its dual is a maximization. That means it's opposite. जो which are given just opposite is a dual problem, and this is invertible. If m constants, then n constants in the dual, n non-negative variables in dual, m non-negative variable are taken. Okay, so statement first and statement second is a true statement. Option B, check which of the following is true. Option A, only first is true. Wrong, because it use only word. Option B, only second is true, so B also a wrong option. Neither first nor second is true, this is a wrong option. We check both are true statements, so option C is a true option. Both are true means statement first and statement second both are the true statements. Now we move on the next question, question number 40. Statement of question number 40 is that dual problem has an unbounded solution. Dual problem has an unbounded solution. Then primal has option first, no feasible solution. Second, unbounded solution. C, feasible solution. None of the above. Given dual problem has unbounded solution means it has no solution. Then primal is also have no solution. This option told feasible solution. Wrong option because it has no feasible solution. Unbounded solution. Wrong option. Option A told no feasible solution. Yes, we know that by trick. If dual problem has an unbounded, then its primal has an no feasible solution. Option A is true option, so option D is a wrong option because it told none of the above. Okay, finally option A is a true option. This type of question is also asked in 2020. Okay, same to same dicto as it is a question put up in 2020. Consider the LPP max z is equals to 4x1 plus 2x2 subject to the constraints minus x1 minus x2 less than equals to minus 3, minus x1 plus x2 greater than equals to minus 2, and x1 x2 greater than equals to 0. This is our non-negative restriction. Then the dual of the above LPP is minimum W is equals to Py1 plus Qy2 subject to the constraints Ry1 plus Sy2 greater than equals to 4 minus y1 minus y2 greater than equals to 2, y1 y2 greater than equals to 0, where the value of P, Q, R, S are option A, P is equals to 3, Q is equals to minus 2, R is equals to minus 1, S equals to minus 1. Option B, P is equals to minus 3, Q is equals to minus 2, O is equals to 1, S is equals to minus 1. Option C told P is equals to 3, Q is equals to minus 2, O is equals to 1, S is equals to minus 1, and option D is this. Okay, we solve this problem, this LPP, and the given problem is primal problem. Dual problem is this is primal and this is dual. Okay, In the dual, first constant is greater than equals to, second constant is also a greater than equals to. Okay, this sign, if we take this sign is less than equals to, then our non-negative restriction, this is less than equals to, so its opposite is greater than equals to, and this is our non-negative restriction in the dual problem. Okay, so we solved this question. Means primal has constants minus x1 minus x2 less than equals to minus 3. In the second constants we multiply by minus 1, so its sign will be changed. Greater than equals to change into less than equals to 1, sorry, less than equals to minus 2. x1 minus x2 less than equals to positive 2. And non-negative restriction x1 x2 greater than equals to 0, that means x1 greater than equals to 0 and x2 greater than equals to 0. If we take its dual and max z is same, dual primal has maximization problem, so its dual is minimization. Min w is equals to minus 3, this is taken in y1 and y2, minus 3 into y1 plus 2 into y2, subject to the constants minus y1 plus y2, second minus y1 minus y2. Non-negative restriction is greater than equals to, so take sign greater than equals to in this step in the dual problem. And coefficient of x1 is 4 and coefficient of x2 is 2, so this greater than equals to 4 and this greater than equals to 2. Non-negative restriction, this is less than equals to, this is less than equals to, so in the dual non-negative restriction is opposite of this sign. In the constants y1 less than equals to, so its sign change, y1 greater than equals to 0, y2 this constant also less than equals to, so it also change y2 greater than equals to 0. This is our dual problem and this is our primal problem. If we compare this dual problem and this dual problem, then we find the value of P, Q, R and S. By comparing, P is equals to minus 3, Q is equals to 2. P is equals to minus 3, Q is equals to 2. This is wrong option, this is wrong option, this is also a wrong option. Sorry. Yes. This is the wrong option. P is equals to minus 3, Q is equals to 2. Greater than equals to 4. Coefficient of y1 is or. And in this dual, coefficient of y1 is minus 1 or is equals to minus 1. Okay. This is present. And S, coefficient of y2 is equals to 1. So option D is a true option. In this type of question, primal is given and dual also given. Find the value of constant term P, Q, R and S. So given primal can be converted in the dual problem and comparing both dual problems and find the value of P, Q, R and S. In question number 39, option D is a true option. Okay. Next question, question number 41 and question number 42. Let f such that closed interval a b to real number be a continuous function, then which of the following statement is not true for the image set of f, and the image set of f is notation is this. Option first, image of f is unbounded, image of f has maximum, image of f is an interval, image of f has minimum. Not true asked. Function this to this is a continuous function. Then find the image set of f, and in the statements told not true. So image of f has minimum is not true, and also not true, so D option we pick. Question number 42. The function f such that r2 tends to r2 defined by this. So its derivative if we take means dfxy is equals to differentiation, partial differentiation with respect to x 2y, partial differentiation with respect to y 2x. In second member, tuple second member, partial differentiation with respect to x 2x, partial differentiation with respect to y minus 2y. If this derivative determinant not equals to 0, then the function is 1 1, and told 1 1 function on the set a, b, c and d. If we take its determinant 2y minus 2y minus 2x raised to power 2, this is not equals to 0. Minus 4y square minus 4x square, this is not equals to 0. This implies that x square plus y square not equals to 0. Option A told y is greater than equals to 0. If we take y is equals to 0 and x is arbitrary, which is belongs on the real number, so x is arbitrary. If we take x is equals to 0 and y is equals to 0 by this condition, then this is equals to 0. So this not 1 1. This is not invertible. So the function f is not 1 1. So option A is a wrong option. B, x square plus y square is less than equals to 1. If we take x is equals to 0 and y is equals to 0, this condition is also hold. X is equals to 0, y is equals to 0 means sum is 0. 0 is always less than equals to 1. Condition is valid. 0 0 is equals to 0 make. So option B is also a wrong option. Option D, on r square, totally r square means x belongs to real number cross x belongs to real number. Okay. If we take x is equals to 0 and y is equals to 0, this also not make not invertible. This make not invertible means this is singular. Its determinant is equals to 0. If we take x is equals to 0 and y is equals to 0, so option D is also a wrong option, because our choice is its derivative dfxy is invertible. Okay, so A, B and D are the wrong option. Finally option C is our true option. If xy belongs to R2, x greater than 1 by 2 and less than 1, y lies between 1 minus 1 by 4 to 1 by 4, then this condition not equals to 0. If this not equals to 0 means its determinant not equals to 0, then the function fxy is 1 1 function. Finally option C is a true option. Okay. Now see the next question. MSET 2019 paper A, booklet code A, paper second, mathematical science, question number 43. It is a very easy question. Let f such that r cube tends to r2 be defined by the equation fxyz is equals to xy y plus z. and g such that r2 tends to r2 we defined as gxy is equals to x plus y, then the derivative, g of xy is equals to x plus y, then the derivative of composite function g circle f at the point 0 0 0 is equals to option A, B, C and D are given. First of all, we check at the point x, y, z derivative of composition g circle f. First of all, we find g circle f. G circle f of x, y, z. And the function, this is equals to g f of x, y, z is equals to g of f x, y, z value is x, y into y plus z. Means first and second tuple multiply x, y plus z. Means second and third member addition. G of this is a 2 tuple. And gxy value is x plus y, means tuple of first 2 member, and tuple second member is second element of g is equals to sum x y plus z comma y, means second member as it is y plus z. This is our g circle f x y z. And we find derivative of this. So d g circle f x y z is equals to फर्स्ट मेंबर x के रिस्पेक्ट में पार्शियल डिफरेंशिएशन y, पार्शियल डिफरेंशिएशन विद रिस्पेक्ट टू y x प्लस 1, पार्शियल डिफरेंशिएशन विद रिस्पेक्ट टू z 1 x 0, partial differentiation with respect to y 1, with respect to z 1. At the point 0 0, if we put x is equals to 0, y is equals to 0 and z is equals to 0, we take the value 0 and 1, 0 1 1 0 1 1. This is the answer of D, g circle f at the point 0. Derivative of the composite function g circle f at the point 0 0 is 0 1 1 0 1 1. Option C is a true option, A, B and D option is a wrong option. Okay, next we move on the question 53. There is a non-abelian group of order 49. This is a prime raised to power 2. It has always an abelian group. If group order is 41, then it is also a prime number. If a group is of prime order, then it is a abelian group. Told non-abelian group, this group order 15 is break into 3 into 5, prime into prime, so it has not an abelian group. Option D 12. This is not have an non-abelian group, it has an abelian group. 12, 2 into 6, 2 into 2 into 3. It has at least one non-abelian group, and question asked, there is a non-abelian group of order 12. So option D is a true option, C, B and A option is a wrong option. Next, question number 54. The group Z72 is the direct product of the group as Z9 72. This break into Z9 into Z8 is equals to Z3 raised to power 2 into Z2 raised to power 3. This is our required direct product of group Z72. So which option match? Option B, Z36 cross Z36, wrong option. Z2 cross Z2 cross Z2 cross Z3 cross Z3, it is also a wrong option. Z9 cross Z8, 3 3 is 9 cross 8, this is a true option. Option C is a true option. Option D is also a wrong option. Now see the next question. Question number 61.